So, The Conjuring. I don't know what the fucking title is gonna be, but... Or thumbnail. You know what I mean. Damn, I gotta position this better. There we go. So, The Conjuring. I just cracked my knuckle. 2013, I believe. That's when it first came out. The first one, I think. Even though The Nun was technically the first Conjuring movie, because it came out in 1950 something. 52, I believe. But, anyways. So, The Conjuring, basically sets... Basically, the film is about this family that moves into this, house that is haunted and, I guess, cursed by a woman named Bathsheba and another woman, I forget her fucking name, but she killed her, well, Bathsheba made her kill her children and sacrifice them, because Bathsheba is the one that claimed her love for Satan, I guess, and then ended up hanging herself on above the tree where you see the tree in the movie poster, or just the poster overall. And they experience, the family experience this shit one night, like the hide and clap bullshit, which is creepy as hell. Then they end up calling the Warrens. And then they come, and mostly all the ghostly activities mostly happening in the basement, because that's where all this shit happened at. Fucking nose is itchy, but they do a whole recording session down there, and there's a baseball that ends up getting thrown across the room, and then, you know, they go back upstairs, and it ends up setting a bunch of crucifixes around the house to try to make it go away, but they realize they're dealing with something a lot more evil. Fuck. Anyways, they realize they're dealing with something a lot more evil. There's one part where Lorraine ends up seeing a ghost kid. Well, no, she ends up getting knocked down the steps, and she ends up seeing a woman. It's a big woman. I'm not going to call her fat, but it's a big woman. And then there's a part where Bathsheba's hanging in the basement and ends up coming towards her. And then they do another part where Lorraine ends up seeing Bathsheba hanging above the tree, which is creepy as shit. Because she's the one that can see shit, you know. Then she has another vision of her daughter Judy in the water, but turns out Judy's fine. Also, I forgot about the parts at the Warren's house. Annabelle's there. Also, Bathsheba is also there with Annabelle in the rocking chair. And it's fucking creepy. To be honest, when I first watched this movie, well, sidetrack, when I first watched this movie, it really scared me. The jump scares were on point. They were perfect. Because, I don't know why, but movies back in the 2010 and 13, they were fucking terrifying. They had good jump scares, but nowadays they don't even have good jump scares in horror movies. Same with the new Conjuring movie, which I liked it because it was basically based on story, which I didn't mind at all. But back to what I was saying. Bathsheba ends up possessing the mother in the house. I don't know her name. And she ends up acting weird. Then shit gets crazy. And she ends up trying to kill her own children back at the house. And they do a whole fucking exorcism part. They say they try to get to the father. I forget the priest's name, but they said they'll try to get her to the father priest, or Father Gordon, but they can't because apparently the spirit will kill her if they leave the house. So Ed has to do it himself, and the fucking chair flips upside down. And there's one part where a guy gets his fucking side of his neck bit off, and there's another part where she goes after her own daughter and tries to kill her. And then, basically, she turns back to normal because remember your children or some shit, like the whole fucking beach photo. Basically that. Then, yeah, it's basically over. And I thought there was going to be a jump scare at the very end of the movie because you saw the little spinny thing, the music box. I thought there was going to be like a jump scare, but there wasn't. Also, another thing that they, I think at the very beginning of the movie, they do this little thing where they show people their cases and stuff. I don't know what you call it, but the real Lorraine was in the audience, which is cool. But I don't know. I don't think that's the actual house that the case was based off of. No, I don't think so. But it's cool that James Wan decided to make a movie. I know he didn't. I don't know if he written it, but I know he directed it. And man, he's one of my favorite directors of all time because whenever James Wan directs a movie, you already know it's gonna be good. In my opinion, he's better than the guy who directed The Visiting. And the Visiting, or The Visit, not The Visiting. The Visit was actually a good movie. But overall, The Conjuring 2013 is a great fucking movie. It's a one of a kind. Nothing can ever top it, I believe, unless it's Insidious. And Insidious is good as well. But overall, if I had to give this movie a rating for The Conjuring, the original one, I'd probably give it like I give it an 8. No, I'll give it a fucking 9.5. I mean, if it didn't have that corny shit at the end where they made her try to think about happiness or some shit, it would have made the movie a lot better. But the whole exorcism part is cool. I like that. But 9.5, and yeah, that was my review on The Conjuring. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Conjuring 2 is next. Yeah, I'm doing all 3 of them, and then I'll be done. And Conjuring 4 will be,